So there was a prison guard that was held hostage and raped, held by gunpoint, raped by an inmate that was hiding in a laundry basket. Let's tune into the video, see what's going on out here in these streets.
Well, a state corrections officer sharing in her own words what she says was the worst night of her life, being sexually assaulted and held at gunpoint for hours by a convicted killer and rapist inside her workplace.
She's now suing the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. We want to warn you, some of the details may be difficult to hear. KCRA 3's Michelle Bandura explains what happened.
The lawsuit against the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation outlines the ordeal experienced by correctional officer Katie Jackson.
My life, along with my children, my family, and my fellow correctional officers, was threatened with death if I did not cooperate.
The mother of three thought she was going to be killed on the job January 20th, 2024, while working the evening shift at Sierra Conservation Center.
There were a lot of failed security measures within that institution that night, a lot of them. And it's heartbreaking because it could have easily been prevented, and it wasn't.
The facility houses low and medium security inmates, many who train for the firefighter program. Violent offenders are not supposed to stay there. Jackson's lawyers say Robert Lawrence Ransom Jr. should have never been transferred to Jamestown because of his violent background as a killer and
And what else?
rapist.
The California
A killer and a rapist? Listen, man. Some women should not be signing up for specific jobs. I'll just be honest with you. If this was my daughter, I'd tell my daughter, I think you should change your career. I think you should go back to school. I think you should go into nursing where it's a little bit more safe. Because dealing with men at prison and you're a female CO, anything is liable to happen. That's just the honest truth. You know, it's unfortunate that it's that way, but let's be honest here. We're talking about the bottom of the barrel. We're talking about criminals. All right? We're talking about rapists, murderers, kidnappers, robbers, thieves, the worst of the worst. You know, some people don't belong in there. Obviously, we understand that. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people like this guy. Anything is liable to happen. Whatever security measure that went wrong, I get it, cool. But still, even for them, if everything was going according to plan, and one prisoner just decided to snap, the women are the easiest target. The easiest target. And not only that, I've heard women voluntarily giving it up to these prisoners. It's a sick place. It's a sick place. Let's continue.
California model failed. That's why we're here. It failed in a horrific manner.
The lawsuit states during the evening count, all inmates were accounted for and said to be secured in their cells. In reality, the document says Ransom was concealed within a laundry cart, and officers inexcusably failed to detect Ransom, declaring the cart clear. Lawyers called this a dereliction of duty. Jackson says, learning the officer's routines, Ransom disguised himself as an officer, and she mistakenly let him into the control booth.
What ensued after an inmate gained access to a highly restricted area was 4 hours of the most unimaginable horrors. I was strangled, I was held hostage at gunpoint, and I was raped multiple times.
Jackson says she convinced Ransom she would bring in drugs and weapons and convinced him to return to his cell. She says supervisors questioned her for 6 hours before going to the hospital, treating her as a suspect and not a victim. But she hopes the lawsuit will change the culture behind bars.
You are undermined constantly at every corner, and the inmates essentially have more rights and more power than you do as correctional officers.
In Sacramento.
Yo, you don't belong in there, ma'am. I'll be honest with you, man. You do not belong in there. You don't belong in there. Leave that to the men, please. Like, I get it. Equality. I get it. Y'all don't belong in there, man. Y'all don't belong in there. Not next to them. Like, office, cool. You're working the security cam, cool. But you on the floor, anything is liable to happen. I feel bad. I feel extremely bad for this situation. And obviously, I hope everything works out for you. And this is all alleged, by the way. But I hope that everything works out for you. But I think you should consider changing your career path. That's just my dear opinion to you. Let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts. Maybe I'm off. Maybe y'all might call me misogynistic for this. But I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I don't think this is a job for a woman. Not this job. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button. Smash that like button for your boy. It doesn't take much, man. It's just a click. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate y'all viewership. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button on y'all way out. Until next time, man. It's your boy Dgotsauce. Peace.